Hey guys, Nicole from Grand Coco Lives. Gonna do a recipe or two today. This first one I just recently tried and altered, and it's really good. I'm gonna make an apple cobbler. Keto. There's no apples in it. Just like my banana bread, there was no bananas in it. So let me show you what you're gonna need. It's quick, it's easy, not a big deal, and it's delicious. So I'm making the recipe for the original apple cobbler. I altered it to make a keto, and it served 5. I have altered the recipe to make a serving for 2. Okay, so this is what you're gonna need. You're gonna need some keto sweetener, 2 cups of chopped and peeled, just it's fine if there's a little on there, zucchini, but peel most of the peel off. It'll actually work with the peel. It's easier to trick people if you peel it. Another thing is you can also use jicama. I'm using zucchini because I didn't have any jicama, but you can use jicama or zucchini. So you got your sweetener, 2 cups of zucchini or jicama, 1 lemon, cinnamon, nutmeg, butter, and almond flour. And then I'm using ramekins. You can obviously do this in a bigger pan. And again, this is double serving, not a full, serve 5 or whatever. I cut it in half to make it for 2 people. Okay, that's what you're gonna need. Okay, so how you're gonna do this is, okay, I lost my knife. Heat your pan on medium, get it warm, and you are gonna juice the lemon into the warm pan with your zucchini. So 2 cups in. Now zucchini has a lot of water, so you don't really need a lot of butter and stuff in there. I mean, you could add butter to make it rich, but you don't need it. So I'm going to just juice my, lemon. There we go. In there, the whole lemon. Okay. There we go. And just saute it until the zucchini or the jicama is tender. The jicama will take longer. If I was doing jicama, I would have cut it in smaller pieces. These are very small pieces, but they're not very uniform, but they're not big. I would even go smaller if you're doing jicama. So saute these up until they're tender, and then I'll show you what they're gonna look like. Okay, while the zucchini gets tender, I figure we'll make the topping. It'll take about, 10 to 15 minutes for that zucchini to cook, or your jicama. So while that's cooking and getting soft, let's do the topping. So you'll just need a small bowl. Again, we're only doing 2 servings. And we're going to do a 1/2 cup of almond flour. Get that right in your bowl. 1/2 cup. I'm using the blanched almond flour. Okay, so you have a 1/2 cup of almond flour. You're going to do 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Isn't this the cutest? A friend of mine had a Pampered Chef party, and this is a 2-ounce measuring cup, and I just got it not too long ago, and it's the cutest thing. I love it. You wouldn't think something that small would be that useful, but I use it all the time since I got it. Okay, so melted butter, and then you're going to do 2 tablespoons of the sweetener. 1, 2. Okay, 2 tablespoons of sweetener. half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And again, if you like it sweeter, add more sweeter. If you like it more cinnamony, add more cinnamon. Not a big deal. Okay, so there you go. And then you're going to mix this all together. Let me grab a spoon and we'll stir this all together. And then I freeze my almond flour, so I've got clumps in there. Okay, so I freeze it so it lasts longer. It's gonna make like a crumb topping. So just stir that all together, put it aside, and let's go check the zucchini. And remember, get it tender about 15 minutes. Okay? Okay, the zucchini right now is pretty close to being done. It's a little crisp tender. It depends how far you like to take them. If you like your apples real soft, cook them longer, you know, because you're trying to trick. My husband don't know I'm making this because I'm going to have him try it, and he hates zucchini. So I tested it on myself. Just made a single serving. It was good to me, so I'm going to see if I can trick him. So however you think you're going to want your apples, you know, so if you like them mush, make them mushy. If you like them crisp, stop right around here. Now you're going to see it's very liquidy. You have the lemon juice in there, but zucchini has a lot of water, so it's going to release a lot of water. Once this is finished, you're going to just put it in a strainer, let all that liquid come out. It doesn't have to be like completely dry, but get most of the liquid out. Otherwise, you're going to have a watery crisp, so to speak. So I'm going to say we're pretty much there. I'm going to add a half teaspoon of nutmeg. And then I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, you know, give or take. And a 1/4 cup of my sweetener. I'm using Keto. And that's about it. Okay. Again, you like it sweeter, make it sweeter. If you don't, leave it out. Some people don't like real sweet desserts. So, Cruz likes very sweet desserts. So we're going to go with it. Now, he's not 100% keto. He eats a lot of keto foods that I make, but he's not 100% keto. So I like him to try stuff. So I forgot to drain it. Crap. Look, talking to y'all, I forgot to drain it. Okay, let me go drain some of this, and then I'll add a little bit more seasoning. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, so I forgot to drain it. You heard that. So I was going to drain it and add a little bit more seasoning and sweetener. So I took it off and set it down to move some stuff around because I have a crap ton of dishes over there. And I noticed it's not very thin anymore. It had reduced, so when I added the sweetener, it's actually like a thick syrup. Not real thick, but not real watery. So I've never made it this way before, but I'm not going to drain it and see if it makes like a caramelly. I'm going to see what happens, and then I'll let you know. But I'm going to leave it instead of draining it. I've always drained it, always. So we'll see. So I left it as is. The way you saw it before I stopped it, freaked out to go drain it, is how I left it, okay? So the other thing I was going to tell you too is, and I'll show you the picture, I peeled these because Cruz hates zucchini, so I didn't want him to know what it was. So I peeled it. And waste not, want not. I do not throw it away. So all those peels are full of vitamins and minerals, and I save it, and I will throw it in my dog's food. I will throw it in a soup, a casserole, whatever. So I just cut it up, you know, peel these, put it in a baggie, stick it in the fridge, and I'll use it again, you know, in the next couple of days or so. And my dog, I make her homemade food in the crock pot so I can stick it in there. You know, there's a lot of uses for it. So don't throw stuff away is my point. The other thing I was going to say is for the zucchinis, it's 2 cups. My 2 cups was 3 really small. Well, 2 real small, 1 medium-ish zucchini. Okay, so now what you're gonna do, look, I'm excited because then you leave a step out. You don't have to drain it. So we're gonna pour these into our ramekins. Just divide it in half. Okay. And I have the ramekins. You can use, you know, a pan or whatever. I have the 2 ramekins. I'm sorry to set this pan down. I sprayed it with cooking spray. The ramekins. Okay. Then you've got your almond flour crumble. So we're gonna just stick that on top. Yum. This is gonna be good. And I'm excited about not draining. I know I make mistakes and sometimes they work out and sometimes they don't, but I'm excited on trying it because that's one less step, one less dish, you know? Okay. So there you go. So here's your cobbler, apple cobbler, 2 really good size servings. These are, I think these are 8-ounce ramekins, so they're almost, you know, they're pretty full. And each 4 net carbs per bowl. So you're going to stick this in a 350-degree oven, bake it for about 15 minutes. It'll get a little golden, and then it's done. They are done, and they look really good. And I think I'm not going to mind the syrup in it, you know, the extra liquid, because it did thicken. I'm trying to show you. See how thick it is? I'm tipping it. Yeah. So I put it in 350 for 15 minutes, exactly 15 minutes. And then I put it under the broiler for 1.5 minutes to brown up the top. And that's it. Top that with a scoop of keto ice cream or whipped cream. So we're gonna check it out in a minute and see what he thinks. Let it cool. You wanna let it cool, well, not necessarily cool, but sit to settle for about 5 minutes before you serve it. Okay, there you go. Put a little whipped cream on it. Cooled it for a minute or 2. Let's see what it tastes like. Then we'll get cruise. A little bite of it all, it's still steaming. Let's see what it tastes like. Okay. Perfectly sweet, crisp, tender. The only thing I would do different next time, and I knew it too, I knew it when I made this because I've tried this before, was God, that's good. But I used a lemon like I always do, but this was a huge lemon, so I think it's too tart, but I don't know. I guess if you like green apples, do the big lemon. If you like red apples, do a smaller lemon. Let's see what Cruz thinks. Okay, so Cruz is gonna try it. I already tried it for y'all. Apple crisp. Or apple cobbler.
Mmm.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's like, that's real cobbler.
It's zucchini.
No way.
Swear to God, it's zucchini.
That tastes like apples.
Do you think it's too tart? Because I used a big lemon instead of a small lemon, and I don't like tart apples, so I think it's too tart. More sweet?
You could go a little more sweet and probably a little more cinnamon too, but that's good. I thought that was apples. I really did. I was concentrating on the crumble.
See? And you don't like zucchini.
Nope. I still say no, but
he said he still don't like zucchini, but he liked it. So I made 2. So we just tasted this. I won't finish it, but go. He says more cinnamon, and he wasn't too acting as if he thought it was too tart. I think it's too tart. I would either add less lemon or more sugar or sweetener. So give it a try. It's delicious. You will be happy with it. 4 net carb.